Hi, good people. It's a beautiful day today, a bit chilly, but guess what? I have traded my beautiful dresses, beautiful tops, koffias, hair, high heels, blue sandals. I have traded all that for the AAR hospital robes. I was admitted last night. I am supposed to have the surgery later today. And I just want to share with you the journey or how I got here. My name is Getrude Mungai. I'm a lifestyle designer on sex and relationships. But today I am talking to you as a patient. And thank you so much for watching or following me on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Marriage is a scam with a cherry on top. You see, today I'm almost forgetting the name. Yeah, I am heavily medicated, but I decided to still go ahead and do this because, first of all, the cough, if I cough in between, it's allowed. After all, I am in the hospital. Yeah, can you imagine? I'm having this surgery because of the cough is what pushed me to submission, I tell you. Yeah, I've had fibroids. They escalated in 2015. I think I have shared that journey with you guys. And now I was able to manage. Let me start afresh. I wouldn't say the fibroids started in 2015. No, actually, I discovered after 1992 that I actually have fibroids. That is when I was able to go see a doctor and I was told, it was confirmed that I had fibroids. Until then, for me, painful periods was normal. I started my periods in, is it class 8? Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I started in class 8 and I had, it was painful. So because it was new to me, I thought it was normal. I went ahead to high school and every time I would have my periods, this leg would be heavy. There would be something stuck here. I'm almost dragging my leg. I have some serious cramps, but not over bleeding, but the pain. And when the pain come, I used to have clots. Like I said, it was normal. I was living at the coast. I was in my Tuga High School then. And then after the clearing Form 4, I came to Nairobi to live with my dad and my stepmom. And that's when she realized, she was like, no, you're not supposed to be in such pain because I'll be in so much pain I can't even get out of bed. So she took me to see a doctor and that's when I was told I had fibroids and the journey began. I wasn't treated. I wasn't on any medication, just some painkillers during my periods. But I was told if I stay for too long without having a child, it will be an issue. And, after I finished, who is thinking of having children? No one. At least I wasn't. But then I was told 5 years. I conceived. I got married, fast forward, I got married. On my 5th year, that's when I got married and I got pregnant. So when I was pregnant, I didn't even have issues conceiving. I got married in November. I conceived in Feb. We're still in our honeymoon phase. So it wasn't an issue conceiving, but I still had painful periods. When I conceived, all was well until when I was doing 5 months, I started having preterm labor. I went to see a doctor and it was because of fibroids. Okay, the situation was handled well. I gave birth normally. I was on bed rest twice. Not a big deal. I I gave birth normally. And life was normal. My period pain reduced. I was not over bleeding. It's like the pregnancy of the baby stabilized. my periods. So to me, all this time I'm dealing with periods, pain, not really fibroids. I stayed too long. Between my first and my second, there's a 4-year gap, 3-4 year gap. So when I got my second child, fibroids was not an issue. I didn't even remember I had fibroids. Everything was okay. I did want to have many kids, but my career took center stage, and I kept postponing. But in 2015, I turned 40, and I actually planned to get pregnant. I wanted a third child at least. I was planning on having 4. So at least my husband thought I was just having a third, but I was planning on having 4 children. I want many kids. My mom had 8 of us. I wanted many children, So I was supposed to design a baby. I have 2 boys. I wanted to have a baby girl, So I was told, oh, these are the tips, So I was supposed to buy an ovulation kit, many things. And I was so excited. But guess what? When I went off contraceptives, by the time I was about to buy the ovulation kit, guess what? I was already pregnant, And I was happy. I was going to have a baby anyway. I was happy. So we celebrated and everything went on. I didn't remember I had fibroids until when I was doing 10 weeks. I started having these pains, So I went to the doctor. We did a scan, and guess what? Fibroids were back with a bang. I had so many. I know I could use, I could say maybe it's because of the contraceptions. I could say it's because I stayed too long without, I could say so many things. But here I was, 10 weeks pregnant, fibroids, pain. It was the hardest pregnancy I ever carried. I was on bed rest most of the time. I would wake up okay. In the evening, I'm not okay. I would sleep okay. I wake up this pain. I was on medication, painkillers, and I remember I was working. I was doing radio around that time. It was just too painful. I had to quit radio because it was a night show, and it was just a mess. I could not sleep. I even used to watch TV on my fours. I had special pillows where I'll sit on the floor. It was just a very big mess, but unfortunately, the pregnancy didn't make it. I had a miscarriage at 5 months. And that was 2015. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And but I recovered. I had very good support. I recovered, but I never had the fibroids operation. I decided to use natural remedies to control, the bleeding and the pain. And it worked. I was juicing. I went on juice fasting or feasting, where I was doing 80% vegetables and 20% fruit. And imagine the fibroids were under control. Okay. I wouldn't say they really shrunk, but they were not big enough to be seen. I still had my waistline. My stomach wasn't so big, not like right now, not like right now as I'm speaking, So I continued juicing. I didn't have much pain. I didn't have much bleeding. That continued, but 2 years ago, the whole of last year, and beginning until today, I started overbleeding. We were on holiday last year and I had to go seek medical help. I was overbleeding. I was in so much pain. I had to be injected. It has been a nightmare. I have about 19 fibroids. 2 of them are very big. One of them is inside the uterus. And life has never been the same. I've actually wouldn't say I've had quality life last year and this year. Every time I have my periods, I lose a week because of overbleeding. I still drink all the beetroot juices and stuff like that. It replenishes, but half the time I am fatigued. My tummy is big. Sleeping is an issue. So you can imagine even certain sex position has become an issue, But the worst part is the overbleeding, the pain, and me losing a week every single month. And this week is after periods. So even the week during my periods, I'm not able to do much. Even sleeping, I prefer to sit, because when I sleep, I will stain. I put 3 pads, I put night pads, nothing was working. You know, it will fill up so bad. When I sit, it squashes, it flows on my legs. Sometimes it waits. For some reason, my stains were up here because it overflows. This is where my stains are always are, not under there, you know, because I have about 2 pads and 1 at the middle, 3 pads, and these are good quality pads. And that's why I decided to have this operation. So I will sit down with my doctor, and I will ask my questions, and I hope I'm asking on your behalf for you to understand what exactly is going on. And I hope this helps someone. I really did not want to have operation, because after the miscarriage, I had a phobia. Not so many people knew, but me and hospitals. I remember there was a time a friend of mine got sick and she was hospitalized. And I drove to go see her. I never left the parking lot. I didn't come out of the car. I was so scared of hospitals. Even the smells. Not so many people knew that. And the thought of having an operation. I knew I could not have an operation without going to the hospital. So that was a no. I tried so many things to avoid this operation. Yeah. And the other thing, gosh, I forgot. Like I said, I'm so heavily medicated. I forgot there's something I wanted to share. If I remember, I will share. So yes, me and hospitals were, yeah. And so I managed the situation. But right now, I don't have a choice, because for some reason, the fibroids are out of control. They are really, really big. I think in the other clip I showed, and they have covered. Yeah. So the first operation I was supposed to have actually was hernia operation. And I could have easily done it through laparoscopic operation. I could have had a laparoscopic. It could have been done laparoscopically, but it can't, because my fibroids are way over here and they're pushing the diaphragm, which is causing acid reflux. I cannot stop coughing. Yeah. So I'm hoping if I do this fibroids operation, I don't have to do the hernia operation. That is my hope, and that is my prayer. Yeah, because I can't imagine 2 operations. This already has been stressful, but because of the pain I have had for over a year and beginning of this year, I am ready to reclaim my life so I can have a quality life. Because what I've had, it has been a mess. You know, half the time, I don't know what to expect. You wake up in the morning and you don't know what to expect. I dread having periods, you know. And like I said, it's just been a mess. So I am ready. I believe the doctors will do a very good job by put my hands in the Lord. You know, I am so ready for this. I want to reclaim my life. I have prayed about it. There's so many people been praying for me. I have a very good community of faith around me and my family. Oh my goodness. Should have seen my kids. You know, last night they brought me here. Yeah, yesterday was my dad's birthday. So we went, you know, partied, birthday. And then I checked in the hospital at around 10 in the night. And this afternoon, I'm going to be having the operation. So, yeah, I wanted to share this journey. My doctor will tell you more about what's going to happen, and I hope it helped you. It helps you. The reason why I didn't want to have the operation, I actually thought these fibroids were going to shrink as age progresses. I'm turning 50 next year, and it's a bigger mess than when I began. Yeah, I could have waited. Maybe they could have shrunk, but it doesn't look like they are. They've become bigger. You know, they've become bigger. My doctor tells me I have the heaviest uterus he's seen in a very long time. So I have to do this, and I'm ready. And that's why I'm here. Thank you for listening.